everyone. Joining us on the tour today is Joel Yankee. I mentioned that earlier. He is our Director of Construction and Maintenance, and he'll be here for a couple of reasons. One, to answer any questions that I don't know the answer to, and also to help keep us safe, along with Leslie Stocker, who is our Director of Security and Safety. All right, well, we're going to head this way into Camp Snoopy. From this point on, we're in an active construction zone. So hard hat is mandatory. Please don't take it off. That's for your safety. And again, please watch where you step. We'll have uneven surfaces. We'll be stepping from concrete to dirt to gravel and over things possibly like 2x4s or anything else that might be on the ground. So please be alert. That's the key part of today, and enjoy yourself. You'll see a lot of new things. So let's go this way. Already, Camp Snoopy will not open next week, and I think that'll be pretty clear as we get a few steps here along the way. If you look to your right, that's Pigpen's Mess Hall. It's been under construction for a couple of weeks now, and we're making great progress on it. The main counter service window will be right here facing us, and on both sides of the building we'll have picnic tables, so families will be able to take a break and have a snack. As you move your way over, Beagle Scout Acres is right here. You may remember that pavilion from the past. You'll see progress on it's coming along really nicely. We have the Peanuts trees that were assembled and put into the ceiling this week. And that area is going to be like an interactive playground for families to explore and experience the Peanuts gang in a whole new ways. It's a character meet and greet, but kids will also be able to participate in what we're calling camptivities. And those reinforce some type of attribute, for example, courage or teamwork or something like that. And really what that will look like is when the Peanuts gang comes out for their meet and greet, they'll do an activity with the kids and families that are there to meet them. They'll complete that, and then they'll open up the line for photographs. Something cool about the Peanuts gang when they're in Camp Snoopy is they'll be dressed in their Camp Snoopy costumes as well. So it'll be the first time that we have that here at Kings Island, and they're so cute. You're going to enjoy them when you see them. Right in front of Beagle Scout Acres here, Beagle Scout Acres actually starts before you get to the covered shaded area. We'll have turf out this way, and there'll also be an entry sign for Camp Snoopy as well. It'll be a large sign, and it'll really distinguish this area as different than Planet Snoopy. As you move to the left, you'll see Snoopys Soapbox Racers. You're going to enter the ride going between Beagle Scout Acres and Snoopys Soapbox Racer. So the queue line will be right down the middle pathway there. We're going to head there in just a second so you can get a closer look. And then we're going to circle around the ride, and we'll go up to the load station and check out some other sites as well. We also have some refresh rides that I'd like to show you as part of the tour as well. Watch the mud. This will be your closest look at the covered area for Beagle Scout Acres.
This is so
So a lot of the overhead work had to be completed on this area before we could start on the turf and all the interactive playground elements below. They've done a great job, completely repainted the ceiling and the columns. And just this week they started installing some of the themed decor. But you may not have seen the wheels because they were beneath the platform. So that really adds to the design of the train and makes it look a lot more like a soapbox derby car. We're going to get a better view, an unobstructed view of that as well.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I just pulled my camera off my back. I was having a little trouble hearing you earlier from that generator. What's the
The Camptivities are going to be a whole new way to interact with your tweet last week, and I think it's cool too. I wondered how long it would take for somebody to point that out. Sure enough, on our map, if you look at it closely, you'll see that the spike for Snoopys Soapbox Racers overlaps with the log flume.
It's cooler than I expected it to be. I thought it was going to be like a few rows, but it's the whole thing, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, it's really cool. Let's step around here.
Has this tested yet?
It has not. Not yet.
We're the first riders.
Could you go stand up there and I'm going to point to you? This might take a few minutes, but I think it's worth it. Where Elizabeth is standing, we're going to invite you to go. If you'd like to get somebody to take your picture, you can touch the column if you'd like and have the train in the background. Who would like to go to answer for everybody? One of the questions that was asked is, what is the timing on opening for Snoopys Soapbox Racers at Camp Snoopy? You know, the roller coaster went up rather quickly. Its install was about 6 days. So that is not the holdup for Camp Snoopy opening. One of the things we're really proud of is we're not just introducing a new roller coaster this season, but also a whole new area of the park. So as you can see, we have a lot of progress we still need to make on Beagle Scout Acres and on Pigpen's Mess Hall, and just wrapping up this entire area. And that's why we're saying right now late spring. Of course, the other thing that comes with spring is inclement weather and rain and all of that, which of course impacts construction schedule. So we don't have an exact date in mind yet. What we know is that it won't be in April for sure. So stay tuned to our social channels, and as soon as we have that information, we'll be sure to announce it there. The American Coaster Enthusiasts are having a conference here in mid-May, and they asked, is it going to be open for that? I don't know. I wish I could tell you, but you know, our hope is to get it open as soon as we can, of course. Good? Did I answer your question?
It did, thank you.
Okay, good. Right here, that provides shade while you're waiting.
Is this going to have the on-ride photo?
What's that?
On-ride photo?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll show you the building. You might guess who's going to win. Each of the cars are themed to a different Peanuts character, from the Red Baron at the front to Charlie in the back, and all your favorite Peanuts characters in between.
Quick question, Chad.
Yeah.
I know at Camp Snoopy ride they had various like Peanuts animatronics. Will the figures around the course be animatronics?
I know that we have. There might be a couple surprises there for you. You just have to keep your eye out. But we will have 3D sculptures that are a part of the decor for it. So, and those have not arrived on site yet. We're still waiting on them.
Chad, I have a question for you.
Of course, yes.
So when you guys are designing this area and you're incorporating the Peanuts characters all the way down to the train, do you have to get a sign off from like Charles Schultz's family, or I don't know, how does that work?
Yeah, the question was, how do we work with Peanuts Worldwide to introduce anything new Peanuts at our park? And our corporate experience design services department has a relationship with Peanuts, and they work with them hand in hand on every capital edition across Cedar Fair each season to make sure they're all meeting the requirements that Peanuts has for their brand. and gets approval on them. So then by the time it gets here, we're able to take pictures and share them because it's already been pre-approved at that time, by that time, to share with our guests. And of course, you know, once the guests start arriving, they'll share whatever they take photo of as well.
My food is getting hot. It's the most exciting part.
How close are we?
I should ask Matt. Ask what? You ask his picture.
Step, please.
I don't want to nail in my foot again.
We have a step up here onto concrete.
Can we touch the track?
What's that?
Can we touch the track from right there?
Point out here to the right that we're in the process of repainting Charlie Brown's Rushing River Log
Ooh, I
Ride, as
see
it's
it.
now called.
Oh, yeah.
And this is as far as they've gotten, but they continue to work on that, and they've made a huge amount of progress in a short amount of time. So expect that to be completed in the next several days. Looks good though. We're not going to go up on the platform, but our new ride, which it was Flying Ace Aerial Chase, is being refreshed to Woodstocks Air Rail. And the structure itself was painted to look like a tree with green leaves up top and the steel column supports brown. And Woodstock comes in the color of the train. So it's bright yellow, Woodstock yellow. And Woodstock will be racing around along the tops of the trees, delivering mail to people in Camp Snoopy. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Hey, they got new TVs.
We have a new green awning there as well.
Not the old mustard yellow from Rugrats.
Yeah, take a picture now. That's the last time you'll see the Race for Your Life, Charlie Brown.
Oh yeah, he's right. Yeah.
Alright guys, head this way.
So the ride signs get covered up like that everywhere?
A lot of them do.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that all of them do, but most of them. You'll notice over here that some of the pavement has been cut up and we are pouring new. This is really going to be the entrance to Camp Snoopy from the Rivertown area. When you go to the left, you'll be entering Camp Snoopy. When you go to the right, you'll go into Planet Snoopy. The ID sign for the area will be located right here. And you'll see some concrete staining and things like that that will help distinguish this area as Camp Snoopy. Linus Launchers is part of Camp Snoopy, and it has been completely repainted and is ready to go for the 2024 season. I like the grass elements on the center structure. That adds to the Peanuts feel for me. You might recall that we had some Flying Ace Aerial Chase comic strips hanging up around the ride. With the transition to Woodstocks Air Rail, we used that opportunity to tell more of the Camp Snoopy story. Here's the first sign, Camp Snoopy Soapbox Derby. The race is on.
paint looks so good.
Planet Snoopy. Those signs will be coming down. The V-shaped signs will not be here when Camp Snoopy opens. All right, the first person to take a picture of this sign up ahead will be the first person to share it on social media. Franklin's Flyers.
No, I'm just kidding.
We had our Franklin's Flyers crew out here today just about an hour ago running their cycles and training everybody who's part of that ride crew this season on how to operate the ride. We love the new car designs, which look like patchwork quilts almost as part of that. This is also our first Franklin character themed ride in the park. Planet Snoopy, that's a great question. I was just asked, will Planet Snoopy be open on opening weekend? And yes, it will. In fact, even some of the refreshed rides that are part of Camp Snoopy will be open on opening weekend as well. Okay. It's just Snoopys Soapbox Racers, Pigpen's Mess Hall, and Beagle Scout Acres that will not be open on opening weekend. Basically, everything that looks like it shouldn't be open today will not be open. Folks, as we enter this area, I just want to mention one thing safety-wise, and that is that these fences need to be sanded down, so they have little barbs on them. Do not touch the fences at all. Be careful with your cameras. I don't want you scratching your lenses or anything like that by touching those. It will hurt to touch. It's pokey, so you definitely don't want to touch any of the new fencing that's around here. Okay?
Which ride's going to get the photo? This one or?
What's that?
Which ride's going to be the photo?
I'll show you right here. Thank you. It's like you're reading my mind. This building that we're passing here on my right is our new FunPix building. With the opening of Snoopys Soapbox Racers, we're going to introduce on-ride photos, not just for the new coaster, but for the first time with Woodstocks Air Rail. You'll be able to purchase those photos right here. Something interesting about this FunPix location is that it's not just going to be for ride photos. We're going to have limited merchandise also available here. Nice. And if you're familiar with Planet Snoopy, we do have driver's licenses and pilot's licenses that kids can buy that show their height, and they can show that when they get on rides with height requirements. We're going to offer those for sale here as well. I love how everything is themed to Camp Snoopy. We've got the same color palette here. And this building will open with Camp Snoopy. So on-ride photos will not be available for Woodstocks Air Rail on opening weekend. That will come when Camp Snoopy opens later this spring.
So does that mean the air rail's not opening until?
Woodstocks Air Rail will be open, along with Franklin's Flyer and Linus Launchers. And which one am I missing? Those are the three.
Next week this will be running, just not the photo.
Correct, just not the photo.
Okay.
Where's the photo going to be at? Is it going to be at the bottom of the drop?
That's a good question. Hey, Joel. Hey, Joel Yankee.
Joel!
Where is the on-ride photo going to be on the track for Woodstocks Air Rail?
Woodstocks Air Rail is going to be basically right as we're coming towards us here at this section.
Right over here?
Yep.
Is that after the first drop?
It sounds like it's not installed yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you didn't hear, Joel, he said it's pretty close to the brake run.
Okay,
is where the photo will be.
Okay.
All right. As we go through this next part, what we're going to do is we're going to take the ramp up to the exit platform, the exit side of the platform. We are not going to go on the platform, and you'll see why when we get up there. Lots of work happens under there, especially when there's inclement weather and things like that. Our crew doesn't want to stop working, but they need somewhere that's covered, and that's where they're doing it. So we'll go up briefly under the platform. I ask that you just keep moving. There's not a lot to see up there, but I did want to at least get you the chance to get up there so you can see how that area is coming together. Once we go down the ramp, we're going to go underneath the spike, and then we're going to work our way back out here. Right? Take photos here without the fence.
So we're gonna come back through this way or no?
We will. Okay.
All that galvanized rip.
Gotta get. Are we gonna be able to go in there at all?
We're not going to go in there just because access is pretty difficult to get there. I don't want people to. Please watch your step.
So this will be the exit, correct?
This is the exit.
Okay.
It's also the access for anyone who has mobility issues.
Okay.
On the other side, it will be steps up to the platform. Not only is this the exit side of the ride, it's also the entrance for anyone who has mobility issues and requires a ramp to ride the ride. While we're speaking about accessibility, something to note about the train is that the final car, Charlie Brown's car, has an extra door to provide accessibility to more people than the other cars on the train. So we're happy to provide that. We're looking forward to providing that experience to others.
Now, is that a per park request, or does it come like that when you guys order it?
That's a good question. I'm not sure. The Charlie Brown car, you can see the hinges there on either side of the two.
Wow.
This is probably your best view, Josh, right there.
Low roof. That's so cool.
You know, as you all are making your way up the ramp, something to keep in mind, and something I wanted to point out is our construction team has done an amazing job at that we have. As you all know, we were open for Winterfest, which also provides accessibility to this site and some challenges around that. But we used that time to clear the ground, and construction really didn't start until January. Once it started, is how close you are to the track as well. And I just ask everyone up here at the front, we're going to circle back and go to.
Alright, so the control room for Snoopys Soapbox Racers is back here. So if you guys want to take a peek inside what that's going to look like.
Wondered whose DJ I was picking up.
Whole Camp Snoopy line that we've had. I mean, we've had some of that in the past.
Yeah.
But I believe, I mean, I'm sure our merchandise department is all over that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. I know that you will see new Squishmallows this season, but I'm not at liberty to share the details of that yet.
Oh my gosh, that makes me so happy.
Yeah, me too. Absolutely. Anything else? Well, we certainly appreciate you all coming out today. This is obviously as opening day approaches, it's getting more exciting over here in the Camp Snoopy side of things every single day. Any day now we'll start testing. I asked him to wait till I was wrapping up to hammer. No, yeah. Work doesn't stop for anybody. That's the lesson of that, right? We want to get this thing open.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you know, it's going to be fun to see it over, you know, from weekend to weekend. As you're visiting the park, you're going to see updates and improvements, and us being further along in our progress every single weekend. We will share those in between on social media as we have updates. If you're not watching social media, we love Aubrey, our kid reporter, who is sharing updates every single week. She has a unique kid's perspective on things, and we've just enjoyed getting to know her and sharing updates that way as well. So,
Thank you.
did I miss anything, Elizabeth?
No. Are you guys ready for the season?
Yes.
I love it. Well, thanks for coming out on the Beast's 45th birthday officially. If you, yeah, 45 years. His reign of terror has now stretched into the latter half of his 40s. So, if you haven't heard, on opening day, we are having a trading card giveaway. And on our 4 coasters that are celebrating anniversaries this year, which are Invertigo, Banshee, Diamondback, and the Beast, they will each have separate sets that we're giving away. A lot of common cards between them, but each one will have unique cards as well. So the first 750 riders of each of those coasters will receive a giveaway. And I think they're going to be in hot demand. I've seen a preview of all the cards, and I think it's something that, especially if you're a coaster fan, you're going to enjoy. But also in there, we share some key moments in Kings Island history that are also celebrating anniversaries this year, and just even a couple of nods to retired rides as well.
So we're not
Nope. All right. Thank you. We're going to walk out now. We can't go this way.